Okay. Hopefully everything's working out well. Been a minute. It's been an absolute minute. What's up, Cassie? Oh, I feel bad a little bit. Kind of a lot. Because, like, there's already, like, a ton of likes and such when I was, like, posting it. It's probably because of the Ninjala stream that I didn't do in the morning. Because, like, I was stressed about the, what up, Sparky? Because I was stressed out about the, U-bot things that were going on. Which was, definitely annoying to deal with, to say the least. I'm taking deep breaths here. What up, Q? What up, Travis? Hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all are well. Yeah. Just gonna do some Tetris. Just gonna talk about stuff. Get hard. I gotta still reach out to Evie and see if I can get some more emotes and pay for some more. I gotta. It's been a minute. So what am I doing? I need to move this over here and this over here. That over there. Alright, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Do attackers. All the hearts. Hope you guys have been well though. I'm sorry I haven't streamed that much lately. Yeah. Probably, like, right now, I'm just trying to make sure my voice is relaxed, but also, like, I'm in a good enough position to not only just talk, but, like, I just want to make sure that I'm in, like, a good enough health to, like, do what I need to do, you know? I should be back officially now. I shouldn't have any issues moving forward, I hope. Eating cheese sucks. I think it's cheese at least. So, for those who didn't read the twit longer, or have no idea what happened yesterday, I got hella sick. It definitely felt like there was acid in my throat, or what I imagined to be acid. Like, just fucking up my throat and my stomach and just everything. I'm just making some really simple choices here. I don't know why. But yeah, essentially, it definitely felt like acid was just messing up my insides, and it wasn't the best feeling. I'll be honest. I passed out on the ground in the bathroom. And the only thing that I could think of that I ate was cheese. Because I had mac and cheese. Oops. Yeah, I had mac and cheese earlier that day. So I was like, it could be that. I couldn't think of anything else. It was very similar to when there was the... oh my gosh, what was it? It was the Dead by Daylight stream with Yuki and Hunk, where I actually, I actually ended up eating, I ate cheese and crackers on that stream because I just wanted something to eat, and usually I eat cheese and crackers. But obviously, I felt sick after that, so that was not fun. But, you know, now I'm feeling better now. It's just weird because milk doesn't fuck me up. Neither does like pizza, which I found to be odd. Because you'd think that like those would also like cause pain, but it doesn't. I don't know. It's fucking weird, man. It's not a fun thing. I have not updated the word of the day. Wow, that's a first. Usually I'm on top of that. I'll do it after this match. But yeah, it's... And then meanwhile you got Ninjala stuff going on. You know, the ranked mode's been updated, and that's cool. I feel very hostile, though, I'm not gonna lie, to some of the Ninjala players lately. Not my team. My team's fucking awesome. My team's dope. My team awesome. If you guys are here, shoutouts to the Legion. But, yeah. A lot of other players, though, definitely not too pleased with. To avoid lactose at home, just in case. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be going to a doctor hopefully soon, once things ease up. For right now, I'm just gonna take every precaution and not eat anything cheese-based, just for the time being. And then, as time goes on, you know, as time goes on, I'll like slowly start incorporating it back. I'm gonna play it safe for right now. Which sucks because no pizza. I like pizza. Pizza's delicious. Not so nutritious, but pretty delicious. Hey John, by the way. What up, Sapphire? It's gonna start getting fast here, so give me a moment and I'll respond to what's being said in the chat. I'm playing calm today. I don't want to yell, I don't want to freak out, I don't want to, you know, all that sort of stuff. Though I will say it's weird, because if I was lactose intolerant, I'd be the first in my family to be such. My parents don't believe I'm lactose intolerant, but my mom definitely feels like something's wrong. And she said she even noticed that something seemed to be up when I was eating cheese. Because she said, like, during the cheese and crackers, like, she always would notice I'd seem very, like, off-put. So, you know, you never fully know. I'm playing this safe right now. That's all I'm really doing. I'll talk about stuff in a bit. This might be interesting. We'll see how this goes. I don't know why I just did like a whole 360 circle there. I'm gonna play things a little bit smart here. Go. Damn. Good job, though. Good job. Oh, it's not a Ring Fit event. This is just what my whole thing is. Let's see. Yeah. The word of the day is cheese. No, they update the word of the day. So much winter, been doing all right. Sounds like going through a lot. Yeah, I'll talk about a lot of it. That's why I'm doing Tetris today. I'm doing Tetris just to talk about what's going on, so that way those who are on YouTube, who don't follow me on Twitter or in the Discord, know what's going on. Because I'm guessing there's a few people who are definitely like, why the hell is Kit not streamed in a while? Where's Kit? I'm back. You know, I'm doing all right. I'm just usually using this stream. That's why there's no face cam, by the way. It's just because I'm using this stream mainly just to test my voice, just to see how I'm feeling with my voice. Compared to just showing off how I look and such. I'd rather just focus on how my voice is right now, because it's definitely a little shaky. Definitely a little shaky right now. I'm not gonna lie. Just Sapphire, can still long hang out with friends, sounds good. Recommend spends if I like just intolerant. I'd appreciate it, Justin, if you want to message me on Discord and such. I'd appreciate it. What up, Error? Didn't think there'd be a Ring Fit event. Yeah, no, that's just, I prefer the Ring Fit design. So yeah, good turn. Bye, Travis. I need to message you because we were supposed to do stuff. I forgot. I'm sorry. Also, hi, Gago. Recently found out my sister loves this game. Also got a breaking heat wave. And that's good. That's good. But yeah. So I guess. Oh my gosh, I'm so tongue-tied. To fully explain what happened yesterday, at least. At work, you know, I got some lunch at work. I was feeling okay for the time being, and I got home and like my stomach felt like a bomb went off. So I was like, this doesn't feel the best. It's not the worst, but not the best. So I laid down for a little bit and I was like, okay, and I'm gonna do Dream Daddy and things will be okay. Unfortunately, after like laying down for probably like 30 minutes, my throat decided to say, hey buddy, how's it going? Did you know that I can burn too? And I was like, what? And yeah, it felt like somebody just poured like an insurmountable amount of what I imagined to be acid down my throat, and like just sat there. Like it didn't like, you know, it wasn't like, I'm trying to figure out a good way to put this. My apologies. Uh-oh. I have an idea. Yeah, is this? Didn't think this. Didn't think that one through. Go up, lobster. Let's try that again. I didn't think that one through at all. But yeah, it felt like somebody just like poured acid down my throat, and then it just kind of got stuck there. So I felt bad for Word, my little brother, because like I don't know what he was doing. I think he had his headphones on, but I definitely was making a lot of noise and did not feel good. And then I laid down the bathroom for like a good 20-30 minutes. I don't know, time passed like super slowly when I was on the ground. I'm gonna say 20 minutes. 20 minutes seems like a good time. Besides the point, you know, I tried to figure out like everything I ate, and the only thing I ate that day, yesterday, was cheese-based. So I felt like it was pretty safe to say that the cheese thing I was eating is what messed me up. And then, like I said, it was similar to Thursday's fiasco, so. But hey, you know, I'm back. I'm good, I'm feeling fine. You know. I'm feeling like, well, my stomach still hurts. I'm just gonna be upfront about that. My stomach does not feel good. It still feels like a bomb just went off in my stomach. So it's not the greatest feeling in the world. But you know, I'm gonna make do. I'm gonna make do. Also, if I streamed yesterday, it would have looked like I was high. I'm just gonna be real about it. Because like I looked in the mirror after I woke up and it looked like my eyes were like so bloodshot red. It was not a good look, not a good look. And if I did Dream Daddy yesterday while, you know, my eyes were like that, People definitely would have had some questions. And while I would, you know, be honest in saying that I don't do any of that stuff, new people probably would be like, what the hell? No, you definitely. I was like, what? So I just don't know that. Plus, I mean, I felt like shit, so I didn't really feel like streaming, because I felt like shit. Yeah. So. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything with the sickness. I also kind of wanted to talk about gaming and stress. That's another thing I want to talk about. I'm gonna be scatterbrained this entire time. I do apologize. If you're trying to find coherence in what I'm saying, good luck. But no, how do I put this? Excuse me. What would be the best way to put this? I feel like I have a lot to prove in Ninjala. I think that'd be a good way to start off the sentence. I think it definitely ate away at me on Thursday, I'd say. Yeah, I'd say Thursday would probably be the day. I definitely felt that I'm kind of trapped. I'm trying to figure out a good way to put this. I apologize. Okay, how about this? It feels like I have a shit ton to prove when it comes to playing Ninjala, and because of like the stress and like the stress of just like what's going on in my life, alongside just trying to prove myself in a sphere that I'm not too, you know, familiar with. I've never done really too much competitive gaming. When it's come to what I could really just boil down to the competitive sphere of Ninjala, like I feel like I have like everything to prove, but like nothing to gain. I think that's the best way I can really put it. I know that sounds like really weird, but I have a reason for thinking that. So like last Ninjala stream I did, you know, it was brought to my attention that, you know, I'm talked positively about in the, like I guess there's like a community Discord or something, like a competitive community Discord. But like, this just may be anxiety talking, but I feel like that's a lie. I feel like there's a lot of players in Ninjala that are probably pissed off at me. Like I'm down like helping out and such, and still do that sort of stuff. But I get a feeling that a lot are like probably irritated with me or something. I don't know why. You know, there's no logic to this. This is anxiety talking. But it definitely like has gotten into my head that, you know, there's not so much a positive, I guess, image of me when it comes to Ninjala. I wish there was, but I get the feeling there very much isn't, purely because of, you know, I feel like I trash talk a lot in that game, and I feel like I say more bad about players than I do good. Like, I think the only one recently that I could say that I've spoken good about has been Ninja Sushi. Because Ninja Sushi is actually really good at the game, you know, similar to, say, like, So and Cutie and the team. But I feel like with any other player, like, I feel like I just bad talk them the entire time. I don't know, and just hearing, like, what the, I guess, the whole meta of the game is now, you know, I'm fine with what the meta is. I don't care, I guess, to put it easily. but like, I don't know. It's a weird thing to say, you know, or a weird thing to like think about. Like, put it this way, you know, I'm trying to do my best to, like, help people get better at the game and help people enjoy the game more, but at the same time, it feels like I'm also just bashing a lot of the other players that are there in the game. Except for my own team. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Do something like this. Enough. I haven't like cussed too much about this game yet today. Usually I do that a lot. Uh-oh. Damn, that was close. That was close. If I didn't, would have been fine. That's okay. That's okay. Gosh, I'm sorry if my like thoughts are like everywhere. So, it's pretty good. Yeah. I'm not really going so much for wins today. I'm just more so going for just talking about stuff. Oh, thank you, Justin. Thank you. What was I saying though? I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah, Ninjala. Yeah, I feel like I have similar to, I guess, DBD lately, which we found out, I guess, a little bit during stream. So how's life? Yeah, stressful. When we're talking about... Oh my gosh, what is it called? I don't know. It feels like I'm definitely not the most well-liked. Which, you know, it is what it is. Not everyone will like you. But I feel like it's becoming a hindrance to my team. I feel like it's becoming a hindrance in general. But the problem is, like... there's just... I feel like I have a lot of animosity towards people. You know. And I think that's also starting to become stressful. What is a good way to put what I'm trying to say? Oh my gosh. How about this? You know, I made the video a while back, right? I made a video just talking about content creators treating their communities better and so on and so forth. And I did that for 3 people. One of which watched the video and messaged me, and you know, we discussed things because like I didn't call out anybody, but you know, if the video like portrayed directly, pretty much if the shoe fits, you know, if the shoe fits, then you kind of need to get that reality check, you know. But one of them actually did reach out to me. We talked, and you know, they made a plan on how to better themselves, you know, in the future. How to, you know, do more for the communities and do more for their channel and see things in a more positive light. And that was awesome to see. However, one person that I really, really wanted to watch the video hasn't. I know that purely based off of Twitter and off of the question they asked Twitter. Which that's a little, you know, I had hoped that they'd watch it, but they didn't. and you know that's completely up to them, completely valid for them to do what they want to do. You know, it's completely valid. At the same time, though, I still have like that wish of like, yo, if you can watch this, this answers the questions you're asking. Like, please watch. So, but that is what it is. Oops. That was a good recovery. But yeah, like, you know, that is what it is. And then there's one person who they haven't really said anything. I don't think they watched the video, which kind of sucks still, but you know, that is what it is. But like, I had this whole, I guess, epiphany. While I was like sick and while I was like typing and while I was like stressed. And I think what's best for me, could help me because I hope posting can bring enjoyable videos. That's good. That's good. Good mindset to have. I think I've learned in the past, you know, 48, 72 hours, I think is a good way to put it. I think I've learned that I think I'm a people person when it comes to like the masses. So, you know, like chat and so on and so forth. But when it comes to making like one-on-one friendships, I'm pretty shitty at that. And it's to the point where like I don't think I can really play games with people without feeling overtly antagonistic, I think is the best way to put it. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, like let me explain. I'm gonna throw out some names. This is not like calling out people, like being like, yeah, like this, or so on and so forth. This is just me speaking my mind about, you know, how I feel in the grand scheme of things. So, just put names out there, you know, not saying anything bad about them. This is just me, like, compared to them. Stuff. But, you know, let's talk positive, actually. Let's talk positive before I go into it. I'm to do my way to victory. You got this, lobster. My brain is like all messed up. I apologize. So let's just focus on positive. So like Hunk, Cube, Yuki lately, Corgi. You know, when I'm playing games with them, it's definitely some of the most fun I've had in a long time. The main focal points, I guess, when it comes to that sort of stuff is that, like, I have been, like, just everything seems to flow. We're not playing competitive stuff. Hey, nice air. Nice. Like, I have fun playing with them. Hey, what up, kid? How's it going? Listen, hi, lurking. Hey, that's okay. No worries, no worries. I'm just speaking my mind right now, so yeah, that is what it is. Gosh, what am I thinking? Okay, Dead by Daylight grew. So you got, you know, you got Yuki, you got Hunk, you got Cube, you got Word, you got Soups. Like, when I play games with them in Dead by Daylight, it's just a super fun time. Because, like, we're all just, like, goofing off, having a fun time, and, like, you know, we're not taking things, like, super seriously. The only time I think we ever take things seriously has been, like, when killers start to target me in the game. Like, once that happens, then all of a sudden we all start getting, like, okay, hold up, hold the phone. You can't target our friends. And then we kind of go from there. But, like, that's the positive, and I love playing games with them. Like, there'll definitely be a lot more games being played with them as time goes on. But, like, I think there's, like, one big... oh, goodness. There's, like, one big, I guess, little hiccup that's happened that has caused me to, like, think that... Or caused me to, like, pretty much confirm that I don't have too much fun when playing with people most of the time. And I think the biggest ones were Siren Stream and it's Siren Stream and the Cafe Coalition stream. I think those ultimately like put me into a state of contention where I didn't know what to think. Like, I noticed very quickly with like the Siren stream, I know Siren had to be quiet and everything when it came to just everything going on. But it felt like I wasn't there to help. Like, positives that came out of it, I met Cutie, I met, you know, I met a few people there. The biggest one I think that came out of that was actually Cutie or Error, who's in chat. But I think people could probably surmise from that stream that I was like... I think I was just not in a good mood, maybe? I don't know like what a good way to put it is. Like... I'm trying to think about a good way to put it. My apologies if I'm like kind of like off kilter and such. I think the best way to put it is this. Like, I had a lot of fun with the stream, but the main reason I was on the stream is for helping get better at the game. Which I'm fine with helping to get better at the game. Like, there's no issues there. But I think the biggest thing that like ended up happening that I just didn't feel too comfortable with is that I was being touted as something that I didn't feel like I was. You know, I have this, you know, top 2 player, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, that's cool, you know, I appreciate it. But I'm not like the greatest player there is. You know, I'm not this, like, super high-tier player. I'm just a guy who plays video games and is somehow good at Ninjala, you know? And, you know, I'm glad I'm, like, good at Ninjala. Straight up. It's super, super awesome to see that I'm, like, pretty good when it comes to Ninjala. Guy is trying to go Tetris crazy. Oh, there we go. GG. What am I trying to say? It feels like for both Siren Stream and for Cafe Coalition, it's like I was brought on not as like, I guess a collab guest or I guess a quote-unquote guest of honor. It felt like I was more there just to be a name on a stream and then to kind of be ignored the entire time. Like, people in chat definitely were listening. People were asking questions, and I was helping people out, and that was pretty awesome. Like I said, I got to meet Error, and Error's just super, super chill. But it didn't feel like the main goal, which was to help somebody get better at Ninjala, was achieved. It honestly felt like to me that I was kind of like just talking in the middle of like nothing. You know, I was trying to give advice and just nothing was like sticking, maybe. And that's not just not one stream or the other. That was pretty much both streams because it was very apparent during Cafe Coalition that like no one was listening to me. No one wanted to listen to me. They just kind of were worried about talking about something else. I wasn't even paying attention to what else the other thing was, to be fair. But to Siren's credit, Siren was super tired during that stream. It was definitely a very spur of the moment. Like I messaged him after the fact, and he was just like, "Yeah, I'm just super tired. You know, I'm trying to listen, but you know, I feel pretty tired." And I was like, you know, that's completely valid. You know, you know, there's still like that little bit of frustration there for me because it's like I'm trying to help teach somebody. It's like if you're teaching a whole class of children and all of them are talking. It's like my high school. Because that's pretty much what most people were like in my high school. Pretty shitty, not gonna lie. But at the end of the day, like, you know, Siren at least like admitted he was like, yep, you know, I wanted to learn, I tried to learn, but like I'm super tired and it probably didn't stick, but I appreciate it anyway. And I was like, okay, you know, that's fine. Like I didn't really entirely mind that. What I did mind was when it became very obvious that like, you know, it was like, yeah, we had a lot of fun. And it was like, you know, I didn't feel like I learned anything, but I had fun. And I was like, so the mission failed? Hey, War, how's it going? I was worried that you were still sick. I mean, I'm feeling a little bit better. Especially after the stomach stuff. But my throat's feeling good. Stomach still not feeling too hot, but you know. I hate the fact that I haven't been streaming too often. But yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, nothing against either of them. It's just, that's just all what it felt like. Yeah. I'm trying to make sure hopefully I'm saying like coherent things. So apologies if I'm like being super confusing right now. Especially when it comes to just what I'm talking about. But no, so something else that I kind of like quickly ended up like knowing. So I've talked about it for Ninjala, and I'll mention it again briefly here. Like I know there's a few people who are in, you know, who are in the top ranks, they're streamers and such. I know Nyan when it comes to, I don't know, that's who I am. But I talked about this a little bit when we played Ninjala. And I kind of want to reaffirm, I know there's a lot of people out there who are making, hey Lily, how's it going? That are making content based off of Ninjala and such, and that's fine. That's fine. You know, people can do what they do. But I'm gonna say something that's gonna probably get me flack from those players. But like my care is not like I don't care. Is pretty much what I'm getting at here. What up, Asher? I think that most Ninjala players who stream aren't good. And that includes those who are in the higher tiers. And I'm not saying all of them, but I'm gonna say that most are not good at the game. Now, are they better than me? Probably. They could probably be better. But I mean, I haven't gone up against too many of them, so I can't say for sure. Like there's a few. Here's why I say as such. I'm gonna name drop a few players and just kind of go from there. What up, Colt? How's it going? Also, I don't think I mentioned this, but welcome to the Legion. I appreciate you. But I'm talking about Ninjala players in general right now, so I'm just kind of going on a little rant. So one player in particular that I'm going to give a pass here is Nyan. Emoto Nyan, who's the top Battle Royale ranked player. But I want to make mention that just because a player is at the top of the ranks does not mean that they're good, nor does it mean that they're bad. It just means that they've played enough to get to said rank. Alright? Skill in that game, like, there's no real way, and this is why I told Siren, there's no real way to tell what quote-unquote rank somebody is skill-wise. It's all based upon time. And I told Siren this way back when, and I'll say this again on stream because I've pointed this out before. You know, You... I'm gonna have to make decisions. Oh my gosh. Make some pretty bad decisions here. There you go. But yeah, just because somebody is a high rank does not mean that they're good at the game. I'm gonna use Nyan as an example, but Nyan is actually pretty good at the game. The reason I'm using Nyan as an example, though, is because I'm actually worried for Nyan's health. I'm gonna be real. I'm actually worried for Nyan's health. For those who are like Ninjala players, I'm actually very, very worried for Nyan's health. For those who don't know, Nyan has been streaming Ninjala like 8 hours a day for the past few days. And, you know, you're more than welcome to stream whatever you want to stream, but you're devoting insane amount of time to the game, which is awesome, good for you, but like, you know, you gotta make sure you're doing good health-wise, you know? You gotta make sure that you're doing fine. I don't think he has an actual day job, which is understandable for why he's streaming so much. And once again, kudos to him for streaming as much as he's able to, because I don't think Twitch is his like main job. But I am legitimately worried for his health, because I think that Nyan is a kid. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't like stuck by Nyan streams, but I at least see that he's on, and you know, my Discord will remind me sometimes when he's streaming. But at the end of the day, like, you know, it feels like, when I say kid, I mean a teen. Sorry, I mean it. My lingo for teen is kid, so I'm pretty sure he's a teen. Like still high school and such, so he doesn't have like a job or anything, so he doesn't have to worry about bills, and that's, you know, that is fine as it is. But I think just the sheer amount of time playing is just foreboding, in my opinion, because and I'm not trying to tell like if he's listening or anything. I'm not trying to say, hey Nyan, you know, stop playing so all of us can catch up. I'm not saying that at all. I've already gone on record saying I could care less, you know, where I am in the game, like rank-wise. I just will get to the rank that I need to at some point, and we just go from there. I'm just more worried about the health of somebody who is devoting so much time to one game and not doing anything. I've talked about this regarding my brother, not Word, but my brother Strawby, who I've also listed when I did that Twit Longer sort of thing. You know, they're playing games for insane amounts of time, like absolutely legitimately insane amounts of time. Like it's super unhealthy. It is incredibly unhealthy, and it's not for any gain or anything. It's just for I guess the main thing to say is it's just more for, you know, for a hobby and such. That's why, you know, it's good to take breaks when you're doing like streaming or anything of the similar sort. I just for a teen doing something like YouTube and such, like you please take breaks. You know, I'm an adult. I have a job and such, so I have to, like, you know, I already have to worry about doing a lot of work, and I just do what I do. But you just gotta make sure you're okay. Yeah, just, or what do you mean, like, just to waste time? Like, it's like, if he's streaming just to waste time and such, like, that's okay, but, you know, you gotta make sure you're doing other things too. You know, making sure you eat healthy, make sure that you're, you know, at least talking to other people that, like, you can physically talk to and hear their voice, you know. I sometimes will, like, for those who've seen me in, like, Discord, like, the voice chat sometimes on the server, like, usually I go in there just to hear people's voices for a little bit, just to remind myself that, you know, just to remind myself that there are other people out there in the world, and be like, yeah, there's other people there. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, now we're losing this one. That's okay. That's okay. That was a tough fight though. It was definitely a tough fight. But yeah, I'm super more half the day sometimes, so I just play for long periods of time. That's okay if that's what you're doing, Justin. But like, if you're playing like 10 hours straight, 8 to 10 hours straight of a game, like yeah, if you're doing a 24-hour stream like I did, you know, you have to take breaks, and I made sure I stepped away from the mic for a little bit, got some food, all that usual stuff. With Nyan's been streaming 8 to 10 hours of just Ninjala, a little bit of a break, and then plays it again, and you gotta take longer breaks. You know, I'm just worried for Nyan's health at the end of the day. You know, I feel like it's pretty safe to say that Nyan will be the first in Ninjala to get to God Ninja. I feel like that's safe to say. And that's you know, kudos to him. Kudos to them. That's just honestly kudos. And I feel like Nyan is actually one of those few like really good players who stream. I truly feel like Nyan is a good player that streams. But, and this is the big one. This is a big but. I'm worried that it's just gonna overexert somebody, like somebody who overexerts themselves, like that at the age that I think he might be. And if he gets overexerted, I feel like there's just gonna be some very serious like health ramifications. You know, you seen this with Fortnite. When that was like super big, like, you know, it's still big obviously, but you know, it's still, you know, you see it with that, but you also just want to make sure that people are safe and people are healthy. And that's like the big thing for me, is that I just want to make sure that like people who are playing the game, thank you for playing Ninjala, but please make sure you're staying safe and healthy. You know, if you're playing for extended periods of time and such, like, just make sure you're taking breaks, you know? I'm gonna do something dumb. And kind of go from there. So, I just, you know, if you end up like, let's say like Nyan ends up going on to do like some high-end competitive stuff for Ninjala, like once again, kudos to Nyan to do that. You know, more power to you. Just you got to make sure you're not overexerting yourself. You know, and especially at somebody like, once again, at the age that I think that Nyan is, I just want to make sure. I'm on a streak. Yeah, and that's fine. You know, if you do play like 10 hours a day sometimes, keep in mind the key word there is sometimes. You know? I'm 16 instead of him, I actually think he is. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he's probably like 16, 17. He's definitely someone still in high school, is what I believe. Because once again, like, people like me, you know, I'm 24. I'm open about being 24 and such, you know, older. Sure, I play a kid's game, but it's not a kid's game, whatever. But, you know, I'm 24 years old. I have a day job. I work, you know, 40 hours a week. I, you know, make sure I have enough money to make sure I can pay off my debt every single month and just kind of go from there, you know? And, you know, even I, like, we take breaks at work, right? You know, even those of us who have jobs, we have to take breaks at work because, you know, there's only so much you can handle. Big example was when I worked a call center job and worked with insurance. You know, you get to hear a lot of fucked up shit on the phones, and that can be very mentally draining for somebody. So having those breaks is imperative. And if Nyan is like 16, 17, you know, gotta make sure you're having those breaks. You absolutely have to make sure you're having those breaks. And this is not, again, this is not me just saying like, 9, slow down so the rest of us can catch up. Excuse me. It's more... Hold on. Sorry, hold on guys. Sorry if I'm being quiet. I'm listening to something. It's a... Oh, I'm good at Tetris? Thank you. Sorry, I'm just listening to something. This is actually going to be something I was going to talk about next, but I'll hold off on the Ninjala stuff and talk about what I'm listening to in a moment. Sorry, once again, I'm listening to something. Like, you guys can't really see it because I have the Nyani up. But I'm listening. Excuse me. Wanna bless you? Okay. So before I go talk about more Ninjala stuff, by the way, and also thanks for saying I'm good at Tetris. I've been playing Tetris for a long time, so yeah. Yeah, cool. Like you can spread out Ninjala for like throughout the day and play to 8 to 10 hours. That's fine, but like just in one stretch, that's pretty bad, especially for a team. Before I talk about like other Ninjala players and such in a bit, let me talk about actually just what I was listening to. So I was hearing my dad talking to Strabi, one of my other brothers. For those of you who read the Twitlonger, I referenced him in the Twitlonger, so I'm actually pretty confident now that my dad actually read the Twitlonger, which is interesting to me because usually he doesn't care. But I think he actually did, because for those who read the Twitlonger, I referenced the fact how I'm worried about my brother. You know, I severely dislike him, because he screams profanities. He said the F word a few times, like not fuck, but the other F word, the homophobic one, a few times. And he has no idea what it means. He's 16. He has no idea what that means. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know he does not know what that means. He just thinks it's a funny insult. You know, I know his friends as well, because Words told me this. His friends don't care about him. His friends only have him around so that way they look better next to somebody. And let's just be real, like, that's him in a nutshell. If anybody stood next to him, they would seem infinitely better than him. But he has like no social like understanding at all. So I even put in the twit longer, you know, how I'm worried that like ultimately he's gonna become somebody who he's gonna grow up, get to 18, 21 years old, and then just kill himself just immediately because he's gonna get that harsh reality check. He's not gonna know what to do, and there he goes. And it's a fucking scary thing to think about. Because, you know, you have to have, you know, yeah, I play video games a ton, and yeah, I'm a loner. Like, I'm super open about that. I'm definitely a loner, and, you know, I have very, very few friends IRL. Very, very few. I've actually just reconnected with a few from high school way back when. But he has, like, none. He straight up has, like, 0. And it's terrifying to me as a brother, you know, that your little brother who, you know, you've watched grow up and watch just become this horrible monster. Like, you know that he's gonna grow up. He's gonna get to college. People are gonna be like, who the hell is this freak? Because he does nothing but walk around in a bathrobe all day. And he's not gonna know better. He's probably gonna go to college and just keep wearing the bathrobe and not understand anything. And he's just not going to understand anything. So what happens when somebody like that suddenly gets that reality check? They find the easy way out. And hell, like I've even talked about this, and I alluded to this in the post too. Like, I'm fucking scared living in this house now. Not just because like my parents and all that stuff that goes on with them, but because of him. Like, I'm the only person who stands up against him, right? But he's so, like, mentally inept and unstable that, like, there is still, like, the time I'll walk in there and, like, I referenced this before when I threatened to shut off his computer, and he was actively shaking. Like, he was actively shaking in his chair. And I'm terrified that he's gonna just, like, hurt me. Like, not like, oh, like, insult me with words. Like, no, like, take a knife and hurt me. And I feel valid in thinking that because he is just so unstable. Like, he's incredibly unstable. It's like and I feel like and I feel bad for my parents above all else in that respect. Because it's not like, I don't think they've not tried out of, like, you know, not caring. Like, I think I put that I think they don't care. I think it's just they're scared like me. But I'm the person who is taking the brunt of everything. And he, you know, they're just afraid of getting hurt by him. And as I can't imagine what my parents are going through in that respect, you know? Like, having the feeling that your own child might, like, hurt you one day because you just took them off their game. Like, like, that'll be something I commend my parents for, like, you know, trying to deal with it in the best way they can. I feel for them, you know? And I'm fine with still taking the brunt, but I'm just saying, if there's one day where, like, I don't talk for a very long period of time. Well, that's the thing is I've told my parents, Justin. I was like, you know, take him to a psychiatrist, take him to that's bad. I'm playing blind right now. Good job, OBS. Or Elgato. You guys can't see anything. I apologize. Yeah, no, OBS does this every now and again. What can I do? Well, I know something I can do. Give me one moment. I want to see if I can finish this game. You guys won't be able to see it, but just know that a game is going on right now. And the game's almost over. Kinda don't want to throw this game because it's actually pretty good. Yeah. Sorry, you guys won't be able to see the end of this game. This is awkward. I apologize. This. Just okay. So just to explain what's going on screen, I guess. I'm winning? Somehow I'm winning. So I currently have down stacked to where I have no blocks. There's no blocks on screen right now. I mean, technically you guys are seeing no blocks. But just know that there are no blocks on screen. That I am currently winning. There's 3 people left. There's 2 people left, and I'm one of those 2. Just know that this game is getting very, very close. Interesting. I think I'm winning this one? I don't know, it's a little difficult to tell, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know what's going on. Ooh, hello. Alright, I just did a 6 combo against him. If he's not dead, then I'm going to be dead in here in a moment. I'm so surprised this guy's not. There we go, we win. We win. Okay, cool. Alright, give me 1 second. There we go. Alright. Oh yeah, I won, by the way. We're back. And I won.
Cool. Man. That's 2 wins today. Interesting.
Video game addiction is real. It's a subset of other addictions. Yeah, no, I know it's definitely real. I want him to get help. What I overheard my dad talking about to my brother, just going back on that topic, he was demanding that he gets a job, and he even voiced some of the same concerns I did, where, you know, he might become an issue for the family, he might become an issue to others in real life, and I think my dad definitely did read the tweet lumber that I did, because he even referenced the fact that he doesn't want to be a dad whose son dies at 18 because he's socially inept. He doesn't want him to die by his own hand, which once again, I can't imagine what my parents are going through. You know, I really can't. So, but he's also, like a side note, he's also the reason I haven't been sleeping well, because he'll stay up until 3 or 4 in the morning just yelling and screaming, saying all the worst stuff, by the way. So scary to see. I can't imagine what you see. Goodness. I hope for the best for him. I mean, side good thing is if he does get help and he does get better, you know, he'll actually learn what being quiet is, which would be nice, because then I can actually get sleep. Because fun fact, you know, I joke around about the fact that, you know, I don't sleep that much, but the main reason, like, I don't sleep that well is honestly because of him. Like, if I'm being real, it's truly because of him. Like, I'll do whatever the hell I can to, like, find a way to go to sleep when, like, I need to go to sleep. And, you know, all of a sudden I'll just hear, like, yelling and, like, screaming and saying just the worst things to others. And I'm just sitting there in my bed, like, okay, I guess I'm not sleeping right now. And I have to wait for him to shut up before I can. And, you know, obvious thing that can be done is like, oh, just use earplugs. The problem is I'm a heavy sleeper, so I usually like will oversleep my alarm, which is why I have like 6 alarms going off. And you know, would prefer not to be late to work. So, but yeah. Anyway, switching gears, go back to kind of Ninjala talk and such. I did want to point out the fact, though, that there are a few players that I actively believe aren't good, and I feel like I feel like they're the ones who are, for like, I know this is gonna be a big topic change sort of thing, but I'm just gonna keep things flowing here. I'm keeping things flowing. I feel like there's a few people or a few players who are the reasons why some of the gameplay is what it is and why some of the ideals are the way. I take some fault because, you know, there's the whole, for hammer players, you know, only having to go for drones and such is kind of like the big thing. Like, going for Ephones is not ideal. And there's a reason I'm saying it here compared to actually during a Ninjala playthrough, because if I were to say it during Ninjala playthrough, I'm pretty sure some people would have some choice words for me. Because I was looking at like the top leaderboard, and that, like, it confirms to me that the leaderboard is not like a whole place of skill, it's just more of time. I fully believe that. I also want to say for the record that everybody on my team, and this is, I'm saying this honestly with no bias, I'm going to be honest, this is no bias anything. I believe everyone on my team are actually good at the game, and they actually do good stuff. What up, King Cheese? I believe everybody on the Team Legion actually plays the game how I fully believe should be played, and I believe that they're actually good players. I'm going to stand by that, just going forward. I mean, Basher, from what I've heard, you at least have learned now to not attack our own teammates, so that's a good step in the right direction. And, you know, Cutie's been rocking it. I've been seeing So rock it. I've been seeing You know, Jabe is wanting to come back now because the whole thing's being fixed. How are the dogs? I'll talk about that in a minute. They're still barking. It's pretty much the gist. But like, a Colt's super good as well. Like, Colt's awesome. Like, all of y'all are great. So thank you for being part of the team. But there are some players who are definitely not on the team that I don't ever want them to be on the team because I feel like they accentuate the idea of playing in a negative light. Big one for me is Cashman, who I know is another content creator who's about the same. I guess he's the same growth. Give me once, yeah. I did, you know, you did good. That's why I asked if you wanted to join on the team too. Like, that's why I was like, you did good. And then others were like, yeah, that's fine with it. So, but don't worry, I'll come back to that later. And War, I'll get to what you said in a moment, because now that things are getting a little bit faster, I'm trying to pay a little bit more attention to what I'm doing. But, where was I? Cash, yeah. From what I'm hearing, and I want to figure this out on my own, but Siren Stream kind of accentuated it. I think Cash is putting forth a narrative of how to play in the most boring but also non-skilled way, which is just go for drones and just steal. And even like seeing some of his Twitter stuff, like, you know, he plays a lot, which is cool, but like, doesn't seem to be that good. Like, correct me if I'm wrong for people who played against them, but it does not seem that good at all. Like, I was cringing at some of the things that were being said. So, but like him, and then there's, you know, GR, Chill's gotten better, but then also got worse and then got better again. Like, they're accentuating this narrative of like how to play the game in as cheap a way, but also unfun way for others as possible. Which, from what I'm even hearing, is like starting to dissuade people from even doing ranked in Ninjala. Which, you know, that's not something you should do. You should try to let players join with open arms. Don't try to like make sure they leave forever because of fear. Like, that's fucked up, yo. And like, I've been hearing that there's some people who just don't want to play ranked in Ninjala anymore because like they see that it's just, you know, they see somebody and it's not a good look. It's just, they see somebody playing one way and it's just negativeness and just it's just not a fun way to play. And I feel bad for those players who like, they actively want to get better and such. So, you know, hoping for the best. What is happening? Alright, we won. Cool. Sounds a bit like old Brawl Battlegrounds where time and grinding was the key to getting high rank. True, but, you know, time and grinding is important, but at the same time, you know, you actually need to have the skill and make it fun for others. And that's a key with Ninjala, and how I feel with Ninjala. I feel like if you're doing ranked, if you're doing free play, whatever you're playing in Ninjala, you should not only be playing to have fun for yourself, but also to make sure it's a fun game for others. Because that's how you build a community. You want to have fun with others and make sure people want to stay with the game. You don't want them to leave the game because you're cheap or you're being a shithead. Like, you want to make sure it's more inclusive, and I've heard like Cash is positive, which is great, but plays the game in such a negative way that people just don't want to keep playing. GR is still one that does the same thing. GR has learned. So yeah, and that's in Basher, that's exactly what I'm trying to avoid is that's my one fear, and it sucks because a lot of the high-level players right now are content creators. And while it's cool that it's getting exposure, it just feels so shitty because it's just like you have to play dirty. Like as a hammer player, I openly state that like hammers are pretty much have to go for drones and then have to like they can definitely do some easy kills, but they can't really go for epons unless you like are very, very direct with everything. Now I'll talk about this more when we play Ninjala later tonight, but it seems like all these content creators are pushing forth this narrative of how to play, and it's just dissuading people from playing the game. And that's just the worst feeling to see. This is a game, and it's a game that I absolutely love. It's a game that I absolutely enjoy. And yeah, all online games do get corrupted, that's true. But like, this just feels so quick, you know? It feels quick that they're accentuating the narrative and then just like poking in the face. It's all on the players who play that way, or do you think the game itself is inherently balanced in such a way? I mean, some games like Overuse League. Okay, so here's something with, and I'll discuss this when it comes to, in regards to. I'm trying to think of the best way to say this. I'm gonna explain this kind of in regards to Ninjala primarily, but I can see it in different ways. Ninjala is a game that the way you play depends on the weapon that you. That is pretty much at its core what I fully believe how the game works. If you are playing with a hammer, you're going for drones primarily. If you're playing with a bat, parrying is going to be your biggest, like, your biggest positive is, like, making sure you are parrying as much as you can, you know? If you're playing as a drill, you know, you want to get as many epons as possible, and if you're playing as yo-yo, yo-yo is, you know, can be considered maybe the best weapon overall, because it is able to do everything, but it's very difficult to play. And that's what I believe the honest truth is. That is just honestly what I believe is the case. Hey, Parker, how's it going? Well, we were just talking about 9. Don't worry about 9 right now. Hope you're doing well though. But here's the thing. I believe that every single weapon has a way to play, but there's an extenuated aspect where ideally that's how you want to play and that's how the game should be going. The person who's getting the most drones should be a yo-yo or a hammer player. The person who's getting the most epons are going to be bats and drills, and it could also be yo-yos as well because of just how the game runs. But you have this whole gist of players going for kill steals constantly. And there's only, like, when it comes to Ninjala, they have the shield whenever somebody's parrying, so they try to put an extenuation on parries. And that's cool, because that stops any kill steals from that happening. The problem is that I don't think parries do enough damage to warrant, to, like, stop it from kill stealing. So I think that's something definitely they need to update, is I think parries need to do more damage. But Turbo Yo-Yos, we're talking about Ninjala. Or now I'm talking about Ninjala. But that's the big thing, is I fully believe that the game is balanced, but I feel like the player base is trying to move the idea on how to play the game in a negative way. Because here's the thing, if the entire game was to only go for drones and nothing else, that's not the way to win. I don't know how many players even know what gets you points in the game. Heck, I can almost confirm that... I'm gonna be honest, I can probably confirm that Nyan, I can confirm that Cash, I can confirm that all those quote-unquote top players, I'm pretty sure they have no idea how the point system in the game works. I alluded to how it works in the Discord. I've openly stated how it works in the Discord and what people forget. And no one listens because, it's this whole fucking thing of like, I'm trying to help people out and help people get better at the game. And all of a sudden I feel like I'm getting this terrible reputation of just being a shithead, which is annoying to deal with and also causes a little bit of stress, I'm not gonna lie. Not the worst thing in the world, but like, they suck in teams, and that's because no one understands how the points work. Like, I can... Alright, here's something. I'm gonna say a few things, and people can hate on me if they want to and such. And I'm gonna go from there. I think top players, I'm gonna definitely say, and this will be egotistic, I definitely think that I'm probably a top 5 or top 10 player in Ninjala. I know, hot take, I'm being egotistical, but I think I'm one of the very few people, if not the only person, to figure out how points work in that game, and how I would say I'm the only person who knows how points work in that game, and I think I'm the only person who understands how every weapon should work. I may not know how to play every weapon, but I at least know enough to make sure I can combat whenever needed. And I've already openly said this, I've turned the rock, paper, scissors mechanic into my own, like, just evil time of just, like, doing whatever the hell I do, and just winning rock, paper, scissors constantly. I've like watched other people's streams, and compared to them, I make rock, paper, scissors in that game look like a joke. Like, I have such easy reads when it comes to playing that game that, like, people are like, how the heck do you do so well in this rock, paper, scissors? And it's, at the end of the day, it's just kicking butt, you know? Damn, I lost. That was close. We should have gotten 3 in a row. Go right ahead, Basher, if you want to. Go right ahead. Dang. There's an achievement to win 3 times in a row. Got close. Got close. Did I adjust my wrap it up? Plays 12 hours a day minimum. It's not healthy, Parker. That's not healthy. I'm very worried for Nian's health. Once again, I feel like Nian's a good player. But I'm so worried for their health. I feel like once they get to God Ninja, like, they're just gonna collapse. Especially at a teenage age. Like, you gotta... Nian is free. I mean, jokes aside, I'm not gonna lie, I'm honestly worried. That terrifies me. Like, it's cool if they're playing the game, but that terrifies me. Taking a fat break? Yeah, no, I'd take a break as well. You know, that makes absolutely a ton of sense to take a break. Just, yeah, I know. It's just, once again, I'm gonna say as well. I'm gonna say that Nian is definitely a top 10 player alongside myself. I know Cutie's gonna be up there as well. I know So is up there. Chill is probably top 50. I'm gonna say. Cash is top 50. As much as I hate to admit that, I'd say Cash is probably top 50. Hot take, I think that Volt is top 100. That's a different story for a different day though. But real talk though, like I don't know. I think people need to be worried about their health. You know? Take it from somebody who just had some of the most like unimaginable pain after eating mac and cheese. Take care of yourselves, y'all. Please take care of yourselves. I know a lot of you guys right now are worried about my health and my well-being. You know, I've talked about being stressed. What's up, Baba? Gosh. Like with me, let's talk about my stresses and such now, because I know I'm just kind of bouncing from topic to topic. So I'm gonna he Baba. I mean, he is Baba. That's true. I'm gonna talk about something like a little bit of a hot take. The thing that actually causes me to lose stress is, funny enough, streaming. I'm just gonna throw that out there. That's right. The thing that causes me like the least amount of stress, except for Thursday-ish, is streaming. Streaming is, just being honest, streaming is just a ton of fun. It's nice. It's lovely talking with everybody. It's lovely putting a smile on people's faces. It's, you know, a good time. And I've said this before when I stream, and I'll say it again. You know, even if one person's watching, I might have just made that one person's day just by streaming. You know, you never know, and that's why I live by the idea of just, you know, just play the games that you, if you're streaming, you know, play the games that you want to play. The worst thing I hate seeing on Twitter all the time is when a streamer asks, would you guys want to see this? Because to me, and this might just be to me, and this cannot be for anybody else, but to me at least, it seems like you're not too interested in playing the game for yourself. You're just playing it to enjoy the people who are gonna watch it. You don't entirely care who's like, if the game is fun for you. You just want to make sure people watch it, which is the worst thing, in my opinion. Just play the game for yourself. And also Basher, I'll take a look. I'm guessing you put it in the Discord, because I don't know if you can see right now, but I'm kind of playing Tetris, so typing is gonna be a little different. Also, you know, just a side fact, I haven't really talked about Tetris too much today, but it's nice that I'm actually doing really well in Tetris today. Past few Tetris streams I've done terrible, but I feel like today, you know, I'm taking a deep breath, I feel relaxed, I feel at ease, I feel calm. So it's like, because I feel calm, you know, I'm just chilling. I can play this game fast if I really, really wanted to. But you know, I feel like I need to relax. Sorry, my nose is itching. I'd like to... There we go. I was like, why was that not happening? Oops. Oops. Well, this just got interesting. Alright, we're gonna do something crazy. Oh, what? Oh, it's stuck immediately. Points for doing 3 nullifiers and parrying. Goals get level 100. Doing well on Tetris. We got 4th. Alright, let's see what we got. Where did you type it? Get points is by doing something like fighting. If you finish fighting, get bonus points up into your action. Just doing actions, you get points. Kind of. You're on the right track. You're on the right track. Oh, God. Hold on. Please tell me this is not what it says. I'm gonna talk about that in a moment. Oh my gosh, it was right here. It is confusing. I'm gonna catch the Jillian out, so let her out. Everyone came in and give it 10 minutes before your house go out as well. Dang, all the cats. Your cat stole your leg. Dang, that sounds crazy. Also, I'm gonna do one more game before we get to the next game I'm gonna stream today. We're gonna stream Persona after this, and I'll have face cam up. I just didn't want to have face cam up today because it's Tetris. I want people, and I'm just like swaying back and forth. But we'll be doing Persona here today in a bit. Excuse me. So I'll talk about points when we play Ninjala tonight. But the points are interesting. So I don't know if there's anything else I really want to talk about, to be fair. Like, when it comes to everything, here's the main thing. You know, first off, I just miss you guys a ton. I really do apologize for not streaming for the past few days. You know, I kick myself in the butt every single day. I just have not been able to stream. I know it's like, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do for yourself, but the thing is, the thing I want to do most is stream. And when I'm not able to stream, it just doesn't feel right. So, I do apologize for that, for those who've been kind of waiting. There is some interesting things that are coming up, by the way, that I wanted to talk about. Well, it's just been unfortunate circumstances. That's true. That's very, very true. But I got some pretty good news, I think, though. Some more positive stuff. I know I've been kind of on the negatives all day today. So let's talk about some positives. Up comes first. True, I know. I just, you know, want to play games and entertain you guys. So first off, the official new schedule will be starting today. Yeah. The new schedule is going to start today, and this will be the same schedule that's going to be happening just moving forward. I'm going to be doing my best to get highlights out this week, or this weekend. I'm going to try to get 1, maybe 2 things of highlights out. We're going to see how that goes. but the new schedule as of right now is going to be a little bit surprising for probably some people. So first things first is highlights. I'm going to try, starting off, I'm going to try to get highlights out every single day. The main gist is I'm going to get highlights out every single day. I'm going to make sure I work on it and such before I, you know, I want to get caught up. So there might be just like a lot of video spam, I guess, is what would happen. Until I get caught back up for the correct day of highlights. No worries, no worries. Yeah, so I know I'm not gonna push myself too hard. That's not. Here's the fun thing, like all of the works related stuff, you know, promotion and all that sort of stuff. That actually has not been what's like making me like feel tired or anything. Fun fact. The only thing that's been making me feel tired has been really my brother being him. It's gonna be the best way I can put it. Hey Flash, how's it going? But yeah, like essentially, I'm gonna do my best to try to get all the highlights out at a reasonable time, and it should be good. It should absolutely be good. Another thing is that I'm gonna do something called consistency. I know, foreign concept here. No. Starting on Monday, I'm hoping Monday, and I'm gonna have to like mess around with how it's gonna work. But starting on Monday will be a Just Dance stream. I'm actually gonna get my Wii U hooked up, and I'm gonna try. And the idea is gonna be every trying to figure out the best way I want to put this. So here's what I'm thinking. I need to make sure that I want to get in shape, and I want to be in better health shape-wise. And of course I can't stream Just Dance on YouTube, so it has to be done on Twitch. But I'm thinking that every day, when I come home from work, I'm going to immediately just do a Just Dance stream. That way I at least, you know, am active and just moving and getting a bunch of stuff done there. And then immediately after Just Dance, immediately after we do Just Dance, we'll switch over to YouTube and just go right into whatever game I'm streaming that day. I have to work out the kinks, but you know, I was reading when I was sick yesterday. I was reading a lot of like medical journal things, and one thing that they always said with like exercise is that you have to be consistent. And I realized that if I were to just do, say, Ring Fit like once a week, and if I did Just Dance once a week, I'm not getting healthy. I'm more or less just not doing anything, you know? I'm more or less just, I'm dancing, feeling super exhausted, and then, like, that's kind of the gist, is like, I'll feel super exhausted, and next thing that happens is, you know, I finish the stream, eat a big supper, and everything that I just did to try to like lose weight and to be a little bit healthier just goes down the drain, you know? And I can't do that, you know? I lost. GG. So yeah, well, now that we're done with that, let me just talk about what the plan is moving forward. I'm gonna do my best to at least do it. It might not be every day starting off, but it will definitely be most days where I'm gonna get home, I'm gonna go eat, I'll be back to still streaming. No worries, Basher, take it easy, take it easy. When I get home from work, I get home at work around like 5:30. So I'm gonna get home from work, and then go just straight into a Just Dance stream. Like, the idea would be at 5:30, we do a Just Dance stream, and we go for about 30 to 45 minutes. It's not gonna be too long, but it's just gonna be long enough to where, you know, I'm getting some exercise in. You know, we can try to go to an hour, and then we'd switch immediately over to YouTube to do our YouTube schedule stream, which that would be starting at 6:45 or 7. Goes from there, and then we'll do a third stream, another YouTube stream, which will more than likely be Ninjala at this point. Just so that way we can get to tier 100 and God Ninja on both teams and regular. So that's kind of the plan as it stands right now. And then there'll be days where I won't do Just Dance, and I'll do Ring Fit Adventure instead. Except for Wednesdays. Wednesdays, I want those to be a rhythm game day. And for Wednesdays, it's not going to be Just Dance or... it's not going to be Just Dance, and it's also not going to be Ring Fit, but instead, it's going to be like whatever the rhythm game is. So like for example, this week upcoming we have Demo. So that should be a good one. A few other things that I just want to bring up as well. Dream Daddy. Dream Daddy is still going to happen. Ring Fit will be on YouTube. Yeah, Ring Fit will be on YouTube. Correct. Only anything like song-based and rhythm-based will be on Twitch. And actually, I'm going to go into why in a little bit. Something else I want to bring up is, yeah, Dream Daddy, the 1.5K. We were supposed to do that yesterday, and then I got sick. I'm going to reschedule that for today. Not today, sorry, tomorrow. Tomorrow's plan is going to be Xenoblade to Dream Daddy to Ninjala, is what the idea is. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up. I might actually do Dream Daddy first and then Xenoblade, just because there's a few people overseas who want to watch it and they'd be asleep if I did it later. So just be on the lookout for that. And then I'll announce the 2K sub goal after that point. What else was I going to say? Yeah, today's schedule is going to be Persona and Ninjala. That's going to be on the docket there. Oh, our Dream Daddies. So, if you guys want to see a reason as to why I don't really want to do rhythm stuff, so I got a ping while I was like reading what Justin was telling me about eating like different types of cheeses that I need. So that way that way I can eat cheese still, and just in case like it is that which has messed up my stomach. But at the same time, I got a ping saying that Zombie uploaded Bonji, which is a rhythm game on phone. Hey Soups, how's it going? That video might become an example, I guess you can say, because Bonji is all parodies of well-known songs that are like anime titles and such, and I'm actually very, very worried that video is going to get taken down, purely because like of all the copyright that's within it. Like, there is a lot of copyright in that game. There is a lot. She might be able to fly under the radar right now because it's she's not that big of a channel, but that is, I recommend checking out the video, I'm gonna say, but I'm also gonna say don't be super surprised if don't be super surprised if that video goes away on her channel. because that's pretty much the reason. I'm also cleaning off my controller right now. There's like so much stuff on this controller. Man, trying to clean it, yo. Just trying to clean it. But yeah, like rhythm games on YouTube, they don't work out too well. If I did demo, my channel would be gone in an instant. Just being real, my channel would be super gone if there we go. If I did demo on this channel. Yeah. Anyway, that's just I'm just worried. I'm just worried. Oh, I guess one other thing I should mention. Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing collabs for quite some time, except for Dead by Daylight. I like the Dead by Daylight crew because we all just have fun with what we're doing, and there's not like anything we absolutely need to do. You know, we're not losing a bunch of stuff by playing the game. The only annoying part for that is like if I get tunneled or something. However, I'm not gonna do really any collabs anymore, especially in Ninjala. I feel like people are just gonna use me in Ninjala just for clout, or just to get my name on like a thumbnail or like a title, just to accentuate their streams. I just don't want that. Especially since I've been teaching people how to play Ninjala, and they also don't listen, so whatever there. Fun fact, I was actually offered to do a collab stream today, to which I did accept, and then I got cut from it, I guess? I don't know how that happened. But it was a weird bait and switch, just gonna say. So we're not taken down the game streaming on YouTube. Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure those games get copyright claimed for. See, that's the thing. Let me just talk about very briefly about rhythm gaming on YouTube, because I've done a lot of research on it, and it's a lot of the viewers, you guys get to see one end of it, but the content creators get to see the other. If you're doing rhythm gaming on YouTube, the big thing is your videos will more likely get copyright claimed, not copyright striked, depending what you're playing. This includes most songs in like Rock and Guitar Hero, like the later Guitar Hero games, and the later Rock Band games. But if you're playing like DDR, Beat Saber, any of those, your video will get copyright claimed, but not copyright strikes, because most of the time they just don't really care, depending on what song that you're playing. I know the Green Day songs will result in a copyright takedown, but not a copyright strike. Usually the copyright strikes is if they just want to be dicks about it. The thing is, when you're doing rhythm gaming on YouTube, you have to scroll through like thousands of pages of songs to see if they will result in X or Y. Like when I did Just Dance 2019 on YouTube as Waluigi way back when, I spent 3 hours looking through around 100 pages just to see if every single song on there would be copyright strikeable or copyright claimable. Majority were copyright claimed. There were 3 that were copyright strikeable, as in if I did that, I wouldn't be able to stream anymore. And I believe those, I want to say there's 3. There might have been like 4. But I know there was definitely like 3 of them. I had a note card back then. And they were usually the ones that were not English speaking, except for Blackpink and the other one, the Bang 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 song. Those ones actually are copyright claimed. But there were some other ones that are not English that would result in takedowns and such. But I know games like Utano Prince Sama, like if you play the rhythm game, you can only play it for so long, and you have to do at least one song at a time, otherwise it gets taken down. Or if you do Bonji and you do multiple songs in one run, then they get a little bit fancy. It's weird. There's a lot of different nuances in rhythm gaming compared to like Twitch, where Twitch they just mute the part and just keep it up. Which I'd rather have that than losing the channel, you know? But yeah. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna go get some food. I'm gonna kind of eat something light to keep my stomach in good check. And then we'll be back with Persona 5 Royal. give me about 30 minutes to an hour. So yeah, 30 minutes to an hour, and we'll be back with that. Yeah. Also, gonna give a shout out to our good old sponsors, but I just want to double check something here in a moment. Just want to see. Percentage sounds good. Just want to see if we have. See all. Because I think we've lost some 6, 7. Yeah, no, we've lost some definitely. So who is no longer? I'm just trying to double check to see who no longer is a sponsor. That's completely understandable why they are not. Sorry. Okay, so they are no longer one. And they are no longer. Gotcha. Cool. So, as far as is that? Okay, interesting. Excuse me. But yeah, so shoutouts, there you go, to sponsors there. We have our Super Sheeples, we got Travis, Yoshimelon, Adori, and Word. We got our VIP Supernova, and then we got our members Squidman, Sylveon Blogger, James Clark, Hunkrat, Jose Monster, Phantom Conhai, John Patrick, Ty the Sound Guy, and Super Sullivan. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. Actually, Super Sullivan is now Mr. Coolman XX. So let me change that. So Mr. Coolman XX, thank you as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, and or evening. My name, of course, is Katafi, and I'll see you guys next time for more Variety Gaming. See you guys later. Peace. Bye, everybody.